Hey everyone, welcome to Pony 411. This is number 280 for the week of October 13th, 2019, which means the finale is aired.
Yep.
And the show's over.
It's over.
Yeah, I'm Nemesis, and who you just heard there was Alca7raz.
Hey.
Yeah, at the time you hear this, the show is now over, and
it's done.
That's it. Yeah, that's the most notable thing this week, I guess.
Yeah. It's tough. It really is. I'm trying not to make jokes and Halo references, but and you know the line that's already in my head.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say it if you know it.
No, I won't.
But yeah, it's we knew it was gonna come, and here it is. It's done. It's over.
Yeah.
The show has reached its conclusion.
Yeah. So we're still doing our thing, so don't worry about that. But today we do have a little bit of news, believe it or not. There is, again, the finale is going to come up along with the little documentary thing they did, and a tiny little bit of fan content because we only have time for so much.
Yeah,
because this is going to be a big thing.
Nothing new, just some update stuff.
Yeah,
there,
pretty much. So we'll go ahead and get right in with the news. Follow along at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. Again, spelled LIBSYN if you want to do that and get more information, because we're just going to do surface level stuff.
Yep.
And we're going to start with conventions, which Everfree Northwest has launched their 2020 website.
Yep.
With all the updated location and buying badges and all that stuff you can do. And hotel booking. Yeah,
all their hotel stuff is up. I think there's still a couple more things that's going to be added, like they've mentioned.
They said no. What they have up now is what they get.
Yeah, well, on the Discord, they said there's for upgrading your badges.
Oh, upgrading, yeah.
And I think there's still a slight bug, like when you register, your email will say 2019.
Which is you think that's just a simple variable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
system, so yeah. But yeah,
I know with hotel stuff, they said pretty much with hotels, there is nothing more than what's there already is on there.
Yeah.
So if you want your hotel room, go ahead and book it.
Yep. I think it's $200 a night you can book through the convention or directly through the hotel.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, check that out. And GM Barrow, Nowak are going to be at Brony Scott 2019. That is in November. So they're going to be there in Scotland.
In Scotland.
Yep. There you go. And and TrotCon has announced Claire Corlett for 2020.
TrotCon.
Yep.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. In merch news, Tales of Equestria has a new adventure book coming called Melody of the Waves. Apparently it is coming out, I believe, in December. If the site ever... Yes, December 15th it says £16, so that's about $20 or so.
Something like that.
I'm not sure. That's the European site. I'm not sure when the US version will come out, so just keep an eye on that. And Gameloft's MLP game has a Nightmare Nights event happening.
That's the comic book.
The comic, the Night with a K. In Equestria Girls news, Part 5 of Sunset's Backstage Pass is out. Not quite done yet.
Not yet. Apparently, there's going to be at least one more part.
Yeah,
they'll probably release
at this point. It's
recording.
They just got booted up by the security guard for the final time, I believe.
Yeah. Part 6 will probably be up.
This is after they've been confronted the band.
Yeah.
So it's Part 6 will probably be the end.
Probably, and it'll probably release on Sunday.
Yep. So. Which is for us tomorrow, but for you guys at least a day ago. And final bit of news: Friendship Magic stuff. More Friendship Magic stuff has leaked out.
Yep.
This is all pretty much old stuff. Nothing spoilery, unless you haven't. I believe, yeah. Maybe I think my understanding is nothing from finale stuff because that's kind of already out. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Animatics, early scripts,
pre-show
episode ideas
stuff
that never got made.
Unreleased script. Yeah, you said unreleased scripts. So the test animations, notes from the VA auditions.
Yeah.
So old precursor stuff.
Song demos that were never released.
Yeah. Stuff that was never supposed to be made public.
Yeah. Well, some of it is interesting.
Yeah.
Of
course it's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
what's going on
the really weird one, which is Kelly Sheridan was the initial top pick for Twilight way back in the day, which kind of doesn't help the whole Starlight's just Twilight again thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's like apparently she was the top pick, but for any reason they went to Tara at the last for some reason or another, but who was gunning for Pinky. But then he also had Ashley Ball was pretty much like the shoe-in for Rainbow Dash.
Just like, yep, that's it.
And they had concerns about Andrea Lemon voicing Pinky and Fluttershy because they really were gunning for Chan and Chan Kent to just be Pinky all the time.
Yep, they were afraid the voices might sound too similar.
And turns out Andrea Lemon's really good at making them sound different.
Yep.
So how about that?
So that wasn't a problem.
So there's a bunch of stuff out there. If you're willing to look for it, it's around.
Yep.
But yeah, it was apparently 110 gigabytes worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, more leaks.
Leaks.
Such is life. That's
what else is there to leak at this point?
I don't know. Credit card numbers.
Yeah, please don't.
Twilight needs your help.
No.
She wants your full name, your credit card number, and the 3-digit number on the back of the card.
Season 10 may actually be coming if you submit your credit card now.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Anyway, that's the news.
Yep.
Yeah, not a lot. Not surprising.
Not surprising.
Yeah.
We're at the end.
Yeah. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and move on to our discussion topics, which, yeah, surprise, there's quite a bit. The first of which is the new documentary they just put out, which is A Decade of Pony. Right. Yeah, so the making of thing is, it's fine. It's nothing, you're not going to hear anything new, really.
Yeah.
If you watch it.
It's neat just to hear all the thoughts and stuff
cool.
that went into it.
They got Lauren
neat.
Faust back to talk about it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So it's a neat little thing to watch, but nothing
big.
Nothing big. Just make sure
watch it after the finale
because there are
big spoilers. They just
in it.
drop huge spoilers in it.
No warnings. They just drop basically everything that's important.
Yeah, but there's some cool stuff in there. There is some little bits about the unrelated shorts they're doing.
Right.
So that is in there, but it's not huge.
Yeah,
really, I don't feel. But they are in there if you want to completely avoid spoilers. So just be warned of that one. But other than that, it's a pretty decent little thing. You got a little, you got them talking about it and stuff. Their feelings about the show and how some of them are genuinely kind of sad that it's over too. So, yeah,
I don't want to go.
Yeah, it's an interesting little thing. So go ahead and watch it. It's only 22 minutes long, about the size of a standard episode.
Yeah,
anyway.
I would say once you're done watching the finale, go and watch this,
and you're emotionally ready,
and you've recovered emotionally enough.
Yeah,
because I mean, like you said, it does drop spoilers for the finale, so it'll hit you again.
Yeah, so it's an interesting one.
Yep.
Go ahead and move on to, I guess, the main thing here, the big ones.
The big one.
We're going to start off with, and we're going to separate these discussions because they are technically two separate episodes. We're going to start off with the ending of the end. All right, quick synopsis. Let's see. The villains have been sowing discord among the populace and stoking the fires of racism, shall we say.
Yep.
And then they figure out how to use Grogar's barrel, and they used it on Grogar, who turns out to be Discord. And the main six are all preparing for Twilight's coronation, wondering what's going on and all this stuff. And then the villains come and attack, and everything goes to crap. And because the villains pretty much are winning because they have the power from Grogar, and they even stole Discord's power and all this stuff. And then Twilight has to run away so that she could help figure out how to save Equestria after having her confidence shaken, because Discord basically said, yeah, I orchestrated a bunch of stuff, and then it's looking hopeless and all, and the ponies are divided, the windows are returning, it looks like the villains are winning, and then they all rally finally, and they're able to all gather together, all the creatures and all this stuff, and beat the villains, and that's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah. I think it's the gist of it.
Yeah, it's quite the series finale.
It is quite the finale, yes.
Not quite series, season finale.
It's quite,
series finale is next.
Call this the season finale.
Yeah, it's quite the way to go out, I think. There's definitely a couple, I know there's a couple points of contention about it. We'll get into those over the course of it. But I honestly think it was a really, really good season finale.
I would agree. It was really enjoyable. I just really liked it, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a lot of stuff about it. I think, well, I guess I'll go. One of the big points is I know a lot of people are kind of upset about the fact Grogar turns out to be Discord.
Right.
A lot of people I know that people are upset about that for various
I
reasons.
think it's that big of an issue. It would have been kind of nice to actually see Grogar being a real villain, but I'm not super disappointed over.
Yeah,
Discord.
I think a lot of people were upset
Discord.
because, well, one, it turns out, Discord's just messing up again type stuff. It's it's the fact it's in Discord that time. There was no build up to it.
Yeah.
There was no hint, no build up. It's just boom. It turns out Grogar and Discord are one and the same because the real Grogar is long gone.
Yeah.
But I get people getting upset. I'm personally not too upset, but I do understand because it was writing wise. It's kind of again, it's a twist that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, maybe if there was maybe some hints earlier in the season.
And there really weren't.
There weren't. It would have been better if there were,
and
probably.
if you want to claim the whole Grogar super insists on them working together thing, that's really a stretch.
Yeah. My worry about doing it that way would be they're not super great about
being subtle.
And like, if there's going to be a twist and they're planning on that and they drop some hints, they end up being like super obvious and everyone knows well before it happens, and then the twist doesn't actually hit. So I think I would rather have a twist that is actually unexpected like this one was than what they usually do and make it completely obvious to everyone.
Yeah, so that's one of the, I think remember that was one of the big points of contention I saw being discussed about it was definitely people upset that Grogar and Discord are one and the same, and and it's weird. It's weird. You can see Discord's weird twisted logic on it. That basically the idea is to build Twilight up so she's ready for anything. But it was really bad idea, but that's kind of Discord is trying to be helpful but really not doing a great job of it.
Yeah.
Which is better than him just being a jerk for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely fits his character.
Yeah, he's trying. He's just he's not good at it.
He's bad at it.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird. Some of the dialogue around this is also kind of weird because it says every success is because Discord did. And it's like that. It's weird how I think this is supposed to be just the ones from this season, but
yeah.
The way it's worded makes it sound like every single one has been Discord.
Yeah, which is not the case. It's really just been, since...
That'd be one heck of a retcon.
It was Sombra and anything else caused by the other three villains is the only thing is Discord.
Yeah, it was all Discord, but
any of the other villains or problems that they've had to deal with have not been Discord, other than the time it was actually Discord back in season 2.
Yeah. So it's I think that's the implication. Even the dialogue makes it sound like all of them, but I don't think that's the case.
Yeah,
I hope that's not the case.
I hope that's not the case.
Yeah. It's a 2-part written by Nicole Dibbeck for the first half and Mike Vogel for the second half.
Both halves are very well written.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think what the other thing was people were freaking out about in this one. It was
some people are just upset because they're
I'm trying to think. I believe some people. Oh, right. That's the other thing. There's also Discord. The end when they froze the villains in stone.
Right.
It's a lot of it's a semi-long alliance of the last season where people are upset over Cozy Glow being thrown in Tartarus. Don't you think this is overkill? They brought a question to its knees. Of course, they're gonna be imprisoned.
Yeah.
And the people were also upset because Discord got to help to make it happen. Because he didn't deserve to because he's the one who's caused in the first place.
I think people are being a bit too picky about that one.
Yeah, it's a little picky. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, so that's one of the other things I heard people complaining about a lot. So that was that. I think those are the two big points overall. I think some of it's just the usual scuttlebutt about finales and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
I can't think of anything major that I had any issues with. It overall it was a great finale.
Yeah. Some of the stuff was I think really well done because of the finality of it. They really it's like they have to really step up the game. Like, how do you do that? And it's like, hey, let's have everyone be part of this one.
Everyone, every creature. You mean yes.
Every
creature.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Yes.
Everyone. you are.
Unicorns, Pegasi, Earth ponies, yaks, changelings, griffins, hippogriffs.
The hippos.
Yep. All of them.
All of them.
All united. The dragons even.
Even the Durgans.
Yeah. All of them, united and combining, and then while Twilight's doing the biggest friendship speech he's ever done.
We will not go quietly into the night.
Yeah. Paxton levels of friendship speeching. Meanwhile, everything's starting to glow, and the villagers standing there like, should we do something? No, I want to see how this plays out.
At that point, I don't think it would have mattered how far you ran.
Yeah, it's just, yep, and then because the Wendigos are returning and everything, and yeah, there's a rainbow beam in the sky, get rid of the Wendigos, and then point it down. And zap them.
Zap them.
And they're all depowered. Yeah, one of the things is they all powered up when they absorbed Grogar's magic. And, we got, hey, look, T-Rex looking old, I guess his more powerful self. And
big and buff. And
Chrysalis says her armor-ish theft stuff, which is looks like somewhat inspired by the Gardens of Harmony toy, perhaps. Although the helmet, in the Gardens of Harmony toy, she had a helmet. In this, she has a bigger crown thing. And Cozy Glow's an alicorn now because, it makes sense. It does make sense.
Yeah. Super powerful.
Give a pony a bunch of power, and I guess they just become an alicorn because that should be how it works, I guess.
I guess that's how it works.
Yeah, just an indeterminate amount of power. And then we're finding out, hey, I guess what KS magic does work way differently than everything else.
Apparently.
Which makes sense. Because, they tried to wield it. Didn't work super well. I'm all powerful. Bow to me. Oh.
Yep.
Rubber chickens.
Rubber chickens. Because it's chaotic. It doesn't work the way you think it does.
Yep. So they're like, oh, we can't really use that then, but we can prevent Discord from using it.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that they did that.
Yeah.
They didn't. It is also kind of how do you deal with that? Because Discord's magic, when it's, I guess, controlled, is a bit of a Deus Ex.
Mm.
You can bend reality to your will. You can do anything you want. So they had to figure a logical way of making it so, like, no, we can't actually use this because how the heck do you stop that?
Yeah.
And they found a pretty good way of dealing with it.
Well, that's been kind of a general problem people have with Discord being reformed is he now becomes Deus Ex Machina constantly.
Yep. And they fixed that by making him kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
And still mischievous and, no, you're going to fix it yourself.
Although this is kind of weird. This is kind of a weird retcon because remember back in season 4 with T-Rex, he absorbed Discord's magic just fine.
It is a bit of a retcon.
It didn't mess him up at all.
So
I don't know how that works.
Yeah. That is a bit of a continuity issue there.
Oops.
I don't know. Maybe it's because T-Rex was even more powerful back then. He was able to control it more because he had the power of pretty much all of Equestria.
Yeah.
Because at that point, he had all the princesses' power, too.
No.
Didn't he?
Yeah, Discord. He grabbed Discord before because Twilight had the 4 princesses' power at the
time.
Right,
that's right.
So he had all of Equestria.
All of Equestria except for the princesses.
Yeah, and then he also Discord, and then he used that to fight to Twilight to a stalemate until he cheated.
Yeah.
Which, hey, that was the other thing. We caught a bit of a weird little rematch between the two of them.
Yeah, short little rematch, yeah.
That was kind of neat. And Twilight's being all action hero. Zapped him right in the face. Knocked him down. So that's interesting. Yeah, he wasn't his super all-powerful self he was back in season 4, but he was still pretty strong, as we saw, because that was the whole thing, was the 3 of them are a huge threat.
Yep.
Because they're super powerful. And she's like, one-on-one,
Yep. So Twilight could take him on, one-on-one.
But the problem is there's 2 other villains.
Yes.
One of which is
because he was less powerful, but she also didn't have the power of the other alicorns.
Yeah. It's a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was other stuff. What was I was thinking? Oh, there's one thing I wasn't super thrilled with personally, just because they tried to make Starlight into an action hero, and I feel like it was just kind of.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was.
I just thought it was just like, I don't know, just really trying one last time to sell Starlight.
I thought it was fine. Honestly, I
don't know. It just felt really weird because it didn't feel like it's like it really feels like another tacking something onto Starlight to make her cool. Is it? I don't know. It just felt weird.
I didn't mind it, and I did like her one-liners.
They were cheesy and dumb.
Yes, exactly. They were cheesy, and they were great for that. I liked it.
Yeah, I wasn't really like. I was
It's because you don't like Starlight. We get it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what it is. You're not gonna like it. It's Starlight.
At least I'm just glad they didn't try to make her a huge part of everything.
Yes, I am. I am.
I was actually worried about it was going to be one of those things where somehow she's going to actually beat Chrysalis. Like, that would have been dumb. That would have been bad.
That would not have worked, especially not with everything else, because no one else was able to stop theirs. Like the pillars were useless
completely. Main six almost stopped Cozy Glow.
Yes, they were. They almost.
They would have had her if it wasn't for the fact the other two showed up.
Yep,
they would have had her. So that was a good way to handle that one. Yeah, I'm just glad they did that. Although they did that weird, like, hey, this Starlight does some weird wave spell and everyone's sticky chrysalis
one
goo
was
melts.
A bit weird.
Like, what the hell was that? But I see she's about ready to pass out right afterwards.
Yeah, it just dematerialized all of the sticky stuff. Which, I mean, I guess she's shown she can do similar things before. She cleared out the entire mess that Trixie made a couple episodes ago. Most of it. Some of it, yeah. Whatever. She was the most powerful good magic user in the room at the time.
Yeah, but it was a weird one. But also, I did like that during that bit at the end where Discord's throwing rocks and they didn't do anything else.
Because he couldn't do anything else.
Just throw rocks at him.
Grab rocks, start throwing. I'm a little surprised at his plan at that point because they specifically mentioned, even when we were watching, I brought this up and then it didn't happen. When they had them all imprisoned, they mentioned, like, don't cross this line or the magic that's keeping them in there is going to affect us too because they use pieces of the rock from season 6. Yeah, it would affect magic. But then that never came up again. It's like, huh.
I mean, there's only so much because they had those pieces of the rock around Canterlot as used as security. I guess it's like, well, let's grab them, use them again.
Yes, but I mean, after that point, Chrysalis specifically talked about this point, and then it never came up again. It's like It's like she put Chekhov's gun on the table and left it there for the entirety of the show.
I don't think so.
The way it was presented, I expected it to be used more importantly, to actually be important to the escape. I didn't get that vibe. It was just kind of it's just for that one particular scene of like, yeah. They were basically explaining why the main 6 or anything can't do anything or can't because they have no access to magic. That was an explanation. Why is no one able to do anything? No magic. Yeah, but I mean, I understand why it was there, but the level of
I would not. I didn't really see that much.
I did, obviously. So it's just weird that they went into such detail because drew the line. Do not cross this. It's like that whole point didn't even need to be there. Because it didn't actually come up at all, ever.
Yeah.
So I found that part of it.
It might also be a leftover from the earlier version of the script.
It may have been. So who knows?
But I don't know. It doesn't feel like it was really that important.
I did, obviously.
Yeah, there was an interesting bit early on. It's just like, Twilight's sitting there, it's like Spike's kind of, you worried yet? Nah, I'm fine.
Nope.
And Twilight's cracking jokes about it, like the marshmallow eating dress. What? You gotta tell me about these things. I'm joking.
Marshmallow eating.
Yeah, it's like interesting.
It's rarity.
Like a little tiny bit of snark here and there.
Yeah.
So now that it's, hey, what do you know? Well, now they stopped focusing so much on panicking, she's able to snark again.
Yes. The snark is great. Although the marshmallow joke to rarity was. I wonder. Don't think so, but I would
not be surprised they did that specifically because they know about the whole marshmallow pony joke. They know about those things.
Rarity's a marshmallow.
I mean, they did a Pinky in the Brain reference.
They did a Pinky in the Brain.
Just dropped it with no warning. Not with Maurice Marsh. Maurice Marsh was not in this episode, but that's what it is. It's like, Pinky's just, what are we going to do tonight?
What are we going to do? Same thing we do every time, Pinky.
Try and save the world.
Twilight,
Pinky in the Brain.
Yep.
It's like, oh yeah, they did it.
They did it. And I love that there was no lead up. It was just, here it is. Oh.
Yeah.
You did it.
What was interesting though was what I found interesting was one of the things was Twilight after the villains are winning, Twilight runs away and everything. She's been holed up in the Crystal Empire trying to figure out what to do and like I got nothing. But the interesting about it. She's not panicking in the sense the way she usually did before, because the whole character growth thing. But she's she's not freaking out. She's not hyperventilating. She's just sitting there like, I don't know what to do. She knows she can't do anything.
Yeah,
she's more depressed, if anything, than panicking, which is again character growth. It's one of those. It's like I know I can't do anything. It's like it's the just accepting that this is it. I got nothing, rather than freaking out over it.
Yep.
But she's still got her books and boards and all that stuff all around her.
Yeah.
The other thing was she's so upset she actually threw a book on the ground.
She threw a book
onto the ground. You know Twilight's in a bad place when she does that.
When she throws a book.
Yeah. But the other thing is just I guess one of the main things where the problem was just all the ponies are being racist to each other.
Once again, we see that that ponies just go to racism so easily.
Almost like
just
white people do.
A couple words and bam, they just go straight back to racist.
Just like white people.
Yep.
And before, but you saying that about white people is racist. No.
White. Also, white isn't a race.
Don't let them know that.
It's like white isn't a race. So it's impossible.
But, any which way, it's just interesting how quickly they turn on each other. But then again, it's also, this is really oddly familiar. How all you have to do is tell someone that it's someone else's fault,
or it's another group of responsibility too.
It's another group of people's fault that you're having trouble.
Yep.
Oh, okay, that explains everything.
Because it's easy.
They're the reason why you don't have a job. They're the reason why your taxes are so high. They're the reason.
Yep, it's because it's so easy. It's easy and comfortable. Because no one ever wants to.
You don't have to take the blame.
Exactly, because taking the blame anyway, thinking that you are yourself wrong, that you've made a mistake, is actually painful.
Also, it's incredibly simple.
Yes, that's why I say it's easy.
It's their fault.
It's right there.
It's no like, well, the reason it's like this is because this and this and this and this. No, it's just their fault.
It's their fault. You don't have to think about it, and it feels good because it shifts the weight off of your own shoulders and onto someone else, and you can pin it on them. It's not your fault.
Yeah, there's a villain.
It's so easy to do.
There's a scapegoat.
It's wrong. Yeah. But it's easy to do, and that's why it happens.
So yeah, Chrysalis in the beginning, as this guy's as the photographer, just going, "Hey,
did you hear
Earth ponies, right?"
Oh god, yeah.
And you got that one unicorn guard just glaring at Applejack,
and
Applejack's like, "What?
What the hey?
Like, I'm going to seal the silverware." It's like, do you guys get it yet?
Hey, no.
Conservatives, pay attention.
They're not going to get it.
No, they won't.
No, they won't. They never do. It's been even more obvious in other places. And
oh, God. I remember that someone on Twitter just saying conservative bronies get out. And it's like, oh, my God. So many people complaining about that tweet. But gatekeeping and stuff. It's like.
It's hard.
You're the intolerant one because you're not letting me in the fandom.
Oh yes, and that whole intolerance of tolerance,
fun times.
And the paradox of tolerance, and
it's that's a thing.
It's hard out there.
Yeah, it was also it was we had the whole thing. It was the nice thing was also it's a main 6 focused finale.
Yes,
that was one of my biggest worries going in.
Yes, that was what I wanted.
Like, the students are there, Starlight's there, I guess.
Yes, but they're all secondary.
Even the pillars
characters.
are there, but they're kind of just off to the side. Hell, the students weren't even really there till like
the very end.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like that's about the main 6, specifically Twilight. To a degree, because those 6 are the main focus. I guess Spike too. I guess
Spike's the royal advisor. He's been there since day one.
Yeah, the royal advisor now, because that's the thing. New musician Twilight made. You're a royal advisor because you've been my advisor the whole time. Yeah, somehow
it's
the little fax machine.
You have to include Spike has been there since day one.
I know
he is
the fax machine. Not my words.
I know. I know. I know. But yeah, he deserves to be there.
Oh, that was funny. Their whole thing was like, aha, we got Spike. Well, if you don't do what you say, we'll pull his wings off him. It's like, okay. Yeah, he'll just go back to the way he was, I guess.
Well, he doesn't die of blood loss.
It'll be fine. Use magic to clot the wounds.
Oh, it's a lot of pain.
Well, that's what a lot of people wanted to happen to Twilight, apparently. Pull the wings off.
Anyway.
Morbidity.
Yeah, no. Let's not go there. Please. But yeah, like you're saying, that is definitely something that I'm happy to see. It's something I wanted that returned to the main six. Let's end it up where it began.
Yeah.
And we actually got more than that here. We got a lot of little things that were little callbacks.
A little bit.
Just little ones, especially there at the end. The rainbow laser. We got the big rainbow laser again from old times.
Yeah.
It was there. Turning them to stone. Back to season 2.
Friendship is not just rainbow lasers, although that is kind of cool.
It is a cool part of it, yes. And then I guess the very, very end of the episode.
Heading
back
around
to
at
Pony Joe's.
Pony Joe's, Donut Joe's.
Yeah.
It's Donut Joe now.
Donut Joe.
They changed it.
Heading back to Donut Joe's and just hang out with friends, eating donuts again. That call back to that was season 1, right?
Yep, the end of season 1.
Yep.
Everything went to crap, and now we're gonna eat some donuts.
Yep.
Also, the other thing, try to do the smart move. We're gonna postpone the coronation.
Kind of have to rebuild the castle.
We have to rebuild the castle. Everyone's a little rattled.
On edge.
Let's just kind of let things calm down first. Then we'll do the coronation.
Let everyone get back to their lives as normal and regain some sense of normality. Normalcy.
Normality.
Before we have the big coronation. But yeah, kind of have to have a venue. It kind of got blowed up.
The villains just had to blow it up because, I don't know,
that was God, that scene when they blew it up.
Huge laser.
Time to redecorate. Boom. And there goes half of Candlelot.
That was also another thing, speaking of villains, it was really nice still seeing them, they're working together, but still constantly arguing about everything.
Still bickering. Yep.
Like, you had Cozy Glow trying to mediate. You have to, Chrysalis, say something nice about Tyrek.
He's red.
But also the other thing is like they're arguing about how to handle things. Like we should take the Wendigos. We'll just let the Wendigos be. It's not our problem. It's like no, we need to take them. It's ancient magic. We need to do something about it now before it's too late for us.
Yeah.
No, we should go after the main 6 because they're right there,
literally right there.
And Dash is all set to take the bell. I'll get that bell intense. No, you're the distraction. We're the distraction. Yeah.
Which is a good idea because they're the fastest. They're the most agile. Those 3 were the ones that could dodge and move around, distract the most.
In Twilight's case, fire back,
and teleport.
Or just literally spin him dizzy, make Cozy go dizzy.
Yep.
Or in Pinky's case,
just be Pinky and
miss me.
Just phase through reality, I guess.
Yep, that's how it works.
Because that's what she does.
Yeah, so it was really interesting. You got, princesses were kind of weird because they're like, oh, look at her, she's all grown up now. Being all like acting like mothers.
Which, speaking of, we saw Twilight Velvet.
Yep, again.
Nightlight may have been there.
Moondancer was there.
Yeah, Moondancer was there, but I did see Twilight Velvet. I can't remember if Nightlight
Rarity's
was there.
mom was there.
Really?
Yeah, in that crowd along with Sweetie Belle.
Yeah.
In Canterlot. They went out to Canterlot. Because, racism really makes you work extra hard, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Man, have you seen how hard our racists have to work to make the racism go?
All that effort just to be
interesting.
racist.
It's interesting. I think Lyra's in Canterlot and Bonbon is still in Ponyville. It's like, oh. Meanwhile, Sugar Belle stayed with Big Mac, so that's
yeah.
Cool. And yeah, the Pegasus. Which one was that? Was her name? The episode with the 2 students and the Twilight and Dash had to teach them.
That was Vapor Trail and
Vapor Trail.
Vapor Trail's got the light colors and stuff.
I think it was Vapor Trail.
Vapor Trail was not the one talking.
No, but she was there.
She was there.
I saw her in the Cloudsdale.
Yeah. Trying to remember the name of that episode. I remember the whole episode, but I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, exactly. It was back season 5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a while ago.
Yeah, or they had the friendship.
She was there.
I had to go and teach him a friendship lesson. A friendship problem to fix for the map.
It was very... Yeah, also the pillars got wiped pretty hard.
I said they were useless.
Yeah,
they
got
were absolutely
hard.
useless. They broke the shovel.
Yeah, and then made him shrink back down to his tiny...
Yep. Because
wimpy
remember,
self.
he was tiny.
And somehow he almost escaped, but not really.
Yeah, didn't quite make it.
Yeah, and just, it was, that didn't last very long.
Yep. You're supposed to slow them down.
Didn't
really work.
And then, of course, when T-Rex took the magic, nom 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 nom.
Magic with it's aged. Yes.
Finally aged.
Finally aged.
Yeah. There's a lot there, and it was just... I also liked the bit with Applejack and Twilight. Look, bad things happen, and they'll keep happening. There will never be a time where everything's perfect, but you got to keep trying.
Yep.
And that is something a lot of people need to hear, especially now. There will always be bad people. There will always be bad things, but you got to keep trying to do the right thing, even if it's hard, even if it looks impossible. Do the right thing.
Yes. Always have to fight.
Yep. Together. We'll face it together.
Face it together.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. They're all ready. Well, I guess we die, but we'll do it together.
Well, guess I'll die.
Can I open my eyes now?
Yep.
It's like just
Can I open my eyes now?
Are we dead? Is this Pony Heaven? No, it's the other one.
Oh no.
Pony Hell. It is a real place
where you will be sent at the first sign of defeat. How many video games can we reference in our episode here?
A lot. It was a great one.
It really was. It's definitely up there.
Yeah,
definitely
it was a
up there.
Really good one. I think a really good way to end the season because, well, it's not how they ended the series.
That was just episodes 24 and 25.
There's one more.
There's another one.
Yeah, and we'll go ahead and talk about it. It's the last problem. So a quick synopsis. It's in the future, and Twilight has a new student of her own who's, of course, not convinced about friendship. So Twilight tells her the story about her coronation and and moving away from Ponyville, and how her friends still make their friendship work and everything, despite the coronation going real bad. And then the student is convinced to go ahead and make friends, and that's essentially the finale.
Essentially.
But there's so much more to it than that. For one thing, this is a little hyperbolic, but I thought it was perfect.
Yeah, I can't think of anything I'd change.
Oh, there's one thing I would change. I would make it so they got special end credits rather than this is the standard one.
Right, yeah.
You know, like if you remember
that's not the episode.
I know, but if you remember like how Gravity Falls had their big old special end credits for the final episode, I'd preferred something like that rather than just it's all over.
Yeah, and
standard
then
credits.
The standard. That would have been nice to see a special end credit scene as well, but that's not the episode itself.
No. That's one thing.
The episode itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it hurts. It's well done.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it not hurt. In fact, I think because of how well done it is, it hurts even more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was written by Josh Haber. He got to do the finale, and I remember seeing that way back when I was like, oh no. But he did a really, really good job on this one. They did the good old that's time skip. A lot of stuff does the time skip type stuff for the like big epilogue type thing, and this is an epilogue more or less. This is after everything's said and done, we got one final thing, the last problem.
Yep.
And it's interesting just seeing the future because we start off with Twilight looks like Celestia now. She's all tall and stuff, although I remember that one of the things people are complaining she's just literally a recolored Celestian, and it's not. I've looked. They did modify the design quite a bit beyond just, palette swap.
Yeah. At least they didn't make her pink.
Yeah. Like Celestia always had a body that really tapered off to the point of almost anorexic looking. Twilight's more solidly built, I should say. Not fat. But So it is a different design, and her muzzle's a little different, and her eye shape's still her standard eye shape. Yeah, she is tall now.
Yes, she's very tall.
And so is Spike. Spike is taller and buff, I guess, now.
Yep, he's growing up.
He's got a chin. Looks like his imagination is correct.
Yep, like that was a dog and pony show.
Yeah, way back when.
Way back. Was that 1 or 2? Dog and Pony Show. Was that season 1 or 2?
Season 1.
Oh, season 1.
Mm-hmm. Turns out it looks like he was kind of correct. Not entirely correct, but kind of correct.
Entirely, but yeah.
And he's still Royal Advisor. And Gallus apparently is one of the guard. So we got to see him. Yeah. And
we got to see... Did we see all of them? We saw all of the students.
Yeah,
well.
all the students,
all
6.
Students 6.
Older.
And they're older forms. Everyone's grown up.
Yeah, everyone's grown up. Yeah, but yeah, most of the episode takes place back, during the coronation of Twilight, the second coronation of Twilight, because she already had one. But yeah.
Yeah. The first coronation was when she became an alicorn and officially a princess, and then the other one was taking over.
It was ruling Equestria by herself.
Yep.
But not really. Yeah, and the thing was, it's funny because it was complete and total disaster.
Yep. Complete and total disaster.
This is the thing is, everything went wrong. I think Twilight was like freaking out. She was kind of, oh no, I'm going to be moving away from my friends.
Her biggest worry was not the coronation.
Yeah, that was no big deal. And the coronation
ruling Equestria wrong anyway, but
coronation ruling Equestria, that was not a problem. It's being away from her friends has got her worried.
Yeah.
What if we drift apart? All that stuff. And her friends were so hell-bent on making sure the coronation went right, they didn't notice that Twilight was not happy.
Yeah, she was hurting.
Or in some ways. Some of them noticed, but they were like trying their own way to make her feel better.
Yeah.
Like, Applejack's whole thing was like, if I just tell you it'll be fine, it's going to be fine, right?
Yeah, no.
Which, their hearts were in the right place at the very least. So there's
all of their hearts were in the right place. A lot of them were also like...
Also trying to avoid it themselves.
Yeah, like with Fluttershy, I think it was Fluttershy who broached that one first. It's keeping my mind off of things.
Yeah, if I don't think about it, it's not real.
Yeah.
We've all done that.
Everyone's done that.
I think we've all been doing that for a while.
Yeah.
So it's... that whole thing was just they're trying to... And then once they really, really sinks in this what's going on, they all have a good cry over it. And... that weird feel better because I realized you're all feeling bad too, which sounds horrible. But
I'm not alone in this. That's actually a huge thing. Solidarity.
Mm-hmm.
You're not alone.
Yeah, and then of course, oh no, we're missing the train because they're all planning on having to go separately because they all had their own thing. Like Applejack had to make sure all the Apple orders were correct, and Dash had to make sure the Wonderbolts had their thing down pat, and Fluttershy had to take care of the animals. Rarity had to do her spider sewing thing. Pinky had to check on Gummy. And because they all wound up running on the train, all of it went wrong.
All of it.
Big Mac got it mixed up. The Wonderbolts went off without Dash. The fireworks went wrong because, Gummy turns out is not trustworthy with fireworks.
Go figure.
The animals were upset because Fluttershy couldn't feed them properly.
Also, the spiders got stuck in the outfit.
Rarity was in such a rush that she wasn't able to properly prepare the dress, and so the spiders got stuck in the sash because she used special glowing silk for the sash.
Yeah, from what are the spiders? The star spiders? Or
yeah,
whatever?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And they got stuck in the sash, which
scared some of the
freaked the birds out. We were supposed to, and then, oh no. And then the fireworks launched right into the Wonderbolt performance.
Whoops. And they drank applesauce.
Yep.
Instead of the cider.
Which makes me wonder what happened to the...
Where'd the cider go?
Well,
it was supposed to be in the applesauce.
Well, we went to that kitchen, which means they tried to... It's like, we don't have applesauce to cook. Uh-oh. Yeah, so it all went wrong. And Twilight also tripped on the dress, possibly because Rarity did not have time to finish alterations or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
And she tripped on the dress, and then she tried to get the crown and fell off the balcony. And then at the end, it's like, they're all just laughing because, oh my god, that was so bad.
I like Luna's comment right there. After Twilight grabs it and he brings it back up. Close enough.
Yep. Yeah, because it's all crooked on her head and everything.
Yep.
Luna and Celestia took their crowns and combined them into one.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a thing. What was the other thing? Was that the new students?
New students.
Yeah, the new student that Twilight had, because Twilight took over Celestia's school, because, well, what, is she going to commute to Ponyville every day?
Yeah.
That's stupid. Great, that's my solution would have been, move the capital to Ponyville.
Move the capital. Yeah, that would have been...
Like Japan used to do.
Yeah, the things were different when they did that.
I know.
Society was very different.
Well, this is a different society entirely.
I know.
They live in a different society.
But yes, moving capitals can be a logistical nightmare.
Yeah, just move it once. There's already a castle there. It's fine.
All right.
The nobles can stay in Canada, and no one wants them anyway.
No, yeah, well.
Yeah, the new student, Luster Dawn, voiced by Sabrina Petre.
Yeah, of course you have to have a name like that.
We had to have another synonym name.
Yep.
They just had to figure out, okay, what's the synonym for Twilight or Sparkle? Oh, it's actually reversed.
It is reversed.
So what's a synonym?
Instead of Sparkle, Luster, but it's Luster at the beginning.
So why is it named Dawn Luster? Because
Dawn
that
Luster.
sounds weird.
It does. Luster Dawn.
Oh, you lost after what? Yeah. Another thing, it is, I think for me personally, it's about Twilight. She's the main character in this. I know she is the main character,
but it's not just
her
about Twilight.
episode. But it is her episode. It's her worry. It's her episode. The main six are there.
Yeah.
They're big, important. They play an important role, like a lot of the episodes. But it is her episode. And I think that's really one of the ways to end it is to. It's the main character.
End it like it began.
It's the end of her journey.
Yeah, with Twilight. But also with the rest of them there as well.
And they're there and they're important. Yeah, but then, yeah, it's the whole... and then, yeah, it's the... they had the... and also I did like the Spike in the comic, PowerPoint comic, which is based off the now famous Superman cover.
Yeah.
Which means that's probably going to be super rare, Spike. Don't get rid of that.
Don't get rid of that.
Hold on to that,
really
Spike.
Don't get rid of that.
Keep on. Congratulations, just funded half of the royal treasury.
Yeah. I have a question.
Oh.
I wonder, Twilight left the castle in Ponyville.
Yeah, who's in it?
Who's using the castle now?
It's new dorms for the school.
I guess maybe Starlight probably. If Starlight's running the school, maybe put Starlight in the castle.
Now you pay rent. I pay what now? No, it's so big. It's your obvious thing would be to turn into like dormitory or something for the school,
something like that possibly,
or for foreign dignitaries, or something. I don't know.
Something.
You have to.
I don't know.
A big castle. You don't want to have just one pony living there. Although
that's
the way
kind of
the
what
ending
it was.
is the way that's another thing is that with the adult when they're later in life, it's like, okay, we see Pinky and Cheese got together and had a kid.
Yeah,
that happened. That's confirmed for 100%.
There's no question there. There's some implications.
There's some implied ones.
Implications of possible flutter cord.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
one,
she
but
pops out a portal and he gives her lunch.
Yeah, so maybe, but it's not.
Yeah.
There's no. It's possible implications there. The
heavy
other one
implication.
Is what?
Heavy implication.
Yeah, there's another one. It's not as heavy, I would think.
Yeah.
Apple Dash.
Yeah, that's also because they come together and they're arguing about chores on the farm.
Chores.
And if okay, so this is the thing: the leak, the script. They're supposed to be implied to be together.
Yeah.
Same with Fluttershy Discord. That is the implication. Yes.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Does that? Also, the
Rarity gets no one.
Yeah, same with Twilight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting enough, this is a funny thing. Throughout the series and whatnot, Twilight and Rarity are the only ones who have ever had any sort of love interest, and the other four never did. Really, they never showed interest in anyone. But now we get to the finale. The two who had any sort of love interest before now have no one, but the four who didn't now have someone.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah,
Twilight. So obviously it's rare Twilight.
Obviously, I was waiting for you to do that
or something.
I knew you were gonna
or
yeah
or
no.
It's free. No, that's the thing. It's free and clear.
Yes,
no one
I
can
know.
stop me.
I know.
You can't tell me, oh, you can't have sunset and twilight together. It's not canon. Well, guess what?
She showed up
You shut up now.
her pony form showed up as during the song.
Yeah, the
which
song.
should probably mention the song.
Literally, this is literally the last minute of the last episode. They finally put sunset in Friendship is Magic.
Yeah,
literally,
as
I
a
looked.
picture, as a static picture.
But she got in.
Yes.
I guess I technically got what I wanted.
Yeah.
Because I remember it broke down to the point of just give me a reference.
Yep, and there it is.
There it was.
It's
Finally.
there.
Sunset's in there.
Sunset's there.
So she's canon.
Yes.
Really canon.
And that means all of Equestria Girls is also canon. Permanently guaranteed.
Yeah.
Both bi-directional canons here. They're connected.
I'm just going to wait and see what mental gymnastics people come up with to deny it this time.
Well, the leaks have been out for long enough. People should have, but I guess we'll see if more come out. But yeah, so we mentioned it. We had a song.
Yeah, there's a song.
We had a song.
New song, Magic of Friendship Grows.
Magic of Friendship Grows.
You already kind of heard it, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, because someone posted a cover that was really, really good, and they didn't tag it as a spoiler, so I listened to it not knowing it was a spoiler.
Yep.
But
literally last minute.
It is a very good song.
Yeah.
It's just an absolutely incredible song. It's very, very well done.
Lots of little references.
And there's lots of little references. There's little motifs.
There's the one
in it.
particular I used to wonder what friendship could be.
Yeah, there's little references and there's little motifs, musical motifs throughout it that point to different places. And then at the very end, when it plays the theme.
When that song started playing, that's when I actually started breaking down when I watched it. That's what got me.
That whole sequence, everything there. Yeah.
That's the point. I'm watching it happily, and then song kicks in, and I start listening. Oh God, no!
It's like the whole point. I was feeling it because everything had this finality to it. Mm-hmm. The entire episode has that feeling of finality. Wrapping it all up, passing it off. I mean, go to the future, and Twilight's still the ruler and the teacher with a new student. It's a common trope that gives it that moving on, the next step.
Mm-hmm.
That wrap everything. So I was starting to feeling it through the episode and building up more and more. But yeah, as soon as that song hit, it's like, here it is, yeah. And that's when really, really started to hurt. But yeah, this whole episode, everything from the beginning to the end, the lessons, what they're talking about, it's very pointed to the community too, to the rest of us. It's not just a story about the main six.
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
It's a story about us.
Yeah, it is very much a lot of the dialogue. Particularly, I noticed a lot of dialogue was very much focused on that. It very much was worded in such a way that it's not just this friendship that they have. It's like, yeah, it's like this whole thing. It's like it's just a new beginning type stuff and whatnot. So that's how they decided to handle that. It's pretty pointed at the fandom, and it's yeah, you hear some of the dialogue is really hitting this. Yeah, it really is the end.
And the whole things change.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that your friendships have to end.
Yeah.
Even though you're moving away, stuff ends, that doesn't mean that your friendships have to end as well.
Yeah. And honestly, kind of a little off topic from that, but this is last week we talked about the season 10 comics, and we were all kind of like, I don't know about this, and I was kind of actually understating my position, which is actually I genuinely don't like the fact they announced the season 10 comic.
Now that I've seen this,
this is when I want to get to this, but the reason was. And I was trying to figure out why. I didn't want to say anything until I figured out why I was so... Because when I first saw the announcement, my knee-jerk reaction was, I don't like this. And I was trying to figure out why. And the reason is, it feels like you're digging up the corpse of the show and forcing it to dance for us and taking advantage of people who are having a hard time with the show ending. And just like, fine. Here's more.
Yeah, unless they try to go with focusing on whoever this new student is and their new friends.
It sounds like the comic is very much focusing on between the series finale or the season finale and series finale. It's in between with that.
Yeah. Now that I've seen this, because I went into this blind. I didn't look at any of the leaks. This is the first time I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, last week's recording, I had not seen any of these 3 episodes yet, and now that I've seen this one, I still hope it does well.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't wish that any of the
no ill will to the people working on it. I want to make sure to make that clear.
Yeah, I still hope it's well done, and I'll probably still read them. But yeah, it's after this epilogue to try and continue.
To me, it doesn't feel right,
and it also, with the same vein, it makes me question G5.
Yeah, well, G5 for me is just that's a kind of a, because it's a whole different thing. It's not trying to continue this, and I think if that's what it was, if G5 was trying to continue this, that's where I'd kind of go, whoa, hold up. Yeah. But because it's a whole different, it's going to be a whole separate thing. It's kind of like G4 is as it is. We're not touching it again. G5 is
but I'm the whole thing with G5 is I'm still not certain how I'm going to, if they use the same like character designs and names, how I'll handle that after all of G4. It'll still be like, and I know it's something that every fandom does. It's, like you have the Transformers stuff, the different generations. That's a different Optimus Prime between the different generations, not the same one.
They keep having Peter Cullen.
I know, and they call back to G1 all the time, but still, it comes down to this, and I've mentioned this multiple times before. You're showing me Rainbow Dash, but that's not Rainbow Dash. That's not the character. It's someone else wearing her face, and that's what I'm worried about. But I'm also like, should I be worried about? I don't know how it's gonna go, so it's just this fear of the unknown, I guess, for me.
Yeah, but that's the reason I'm kind of not super thrilled with the season 10 comic, just because you're forcing it back into the spotlight, even though we just got a really good. And I think where we was kind of particularly crass to announce it the weekend before the season finale.
Yeah.
Series finale, I should say.
Yeah.
It's it keeps doing that.
Yeah, it's yeah.
For me, that's just like, you're kind of banking on people who are upset that the show is ending, and you're just banking on them giving you money because they're upset. And it just doesn't feel right to just, again, like I said, it's like you're taking that's what it was. It's like you're going to the funeral, pointing at the corpse, saying, "I'm going to dig that up and force it to dance for all of you again."
Yep. Except I wouldn't, calling it a corpse is a bit different.
I know,
but yeah, it's.
I know, but that's what it feels like. It's like sacrilegious, practically. But, it just feels wrong.
I wouldn't really. I think why I said the corpse part doesn't feel right, because it doesn't feel dead.
I know.
When I think of something that's like dead, it's different. I would feel like doing that undermines.
Yeah,
that's the term. It would undermine. This epilogue by trying to continue it.
Yeah, that's what it doesn't feel right, and that's why I'm really.
I still hope it does well, but it does make me a little worried.
Yeah, going back, the song itself was again really good, and some of the visual stuff, including the main 6 going across the screen with all these ponies that we've also seen along with the main 6, and kind of theming it along with each of the main 6 characters, so that the ones, the ponies that more likely kind of so closely associated with that main 6 character is in there.
Yeah.
So it was really nice.
Yeah.
And then we had that final shot of them just, standing on the hillside with and everything, and close the book.
And they did it. They closed the book.
And then super happy upbeat song.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. That's why they should have. Very
all
least,
they could have done to fix the credits, really, is just not play anything.
Play anything, or play just different song entirely. Something,
something
a little...
not upbeat. Something more melancholy. Well, not even, I wouldn't say melancholy, but bittersweet. Something that has a slower, bittersweet tone to it would have fit in.
But something that's not super upbeat and happy and weird.
Nothing.
Yeah.
That would have been just Fade to Black.
Or if you could have done something, you could have still done being happy. happy and upbeat, but you'd have to, I think, do it differently rather than just, it's the same thing as always. Just, again, Gravity Falls did a super happy, upbeat ending credits thing, but after a really kind of touching moment. But because
you can still have upbeat, bittersweet.
Yeah, it was the thing.
That's bittersweet.
Gravity Falls had the bit where it's like, it's all ending, everyone's saying goodbye, but then we go to happy credits, but it works because of how they did it versus this is just like, it's the exact same fade to black, go to black and happy, same song as always.
Yeah.
Because they've done it special things before, so there's no precedent for it, and that's my thing. It's like, you could have done something really cool and special here and you didn't, and I'm kind of disappointed. I don't know. It's, but like I said, it's pretty much, I know you could nitpick it, and there's might be some bits and pieces here and there that aren't right, but as far as I'm concerned, it's perfect as is, except for that thing. But
the
actual episode itself is
changing
perfect.
the song at the end or going with no song, just changing the end credits. I cannot think
they nailed it
of a way to end it differently.
They nailed it. I
think they did everything we asked. We were hoping for.
Yeah.
I can't think of any, like...
I mean, they got one thing I have been hoping for, which was huge, was just, hey, Twilight's, growing as an alicorn, literally, and boom.
Yeah.
I got that. I've been wanting that, and I got it. She got her wavy mane and everything.
Hey, you know what? Twilight never outlived her friends.
So far. But she did move to Canterlot, which Megan McCarthy said she would not do.
Oh, well. But Twilight will not outlive her friends.
Although we're seeing her friends are aging. She's not.
Yes, but we don't see the end.
I know. We're not seeing the
end.
That
was actually one of my worries going into this. That when I saw the future skip, my first thought was like, okay, that's expected. Future skip, how far?
How far? Looking probably like 20 years or so.
They opened up with the main six had a statue.
Yeah.
You don't normally make statues of living people. It happens every now and then, but normally you don't do that.
I mean, when they save the world on how many times they're coming to points, like, why don't they have a statue yet?
Yeah, usually you don't make statues of living people.
No.
You make them as memorials to remember them.
Yeah, well, Twilight's on that statue too, so it's like...
Yeah, but I mean, they also already have statues of the other princesses, but they never die.
I think the rules are different in a society where there are beings who don't die.
Yes, which is why I think the princesses are exempt. But still, that was my first worry. Time skip.
Oh God,
statue,
they're all dead.
How far ahead? Because that was a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we see it in fanon all the time. Time skip to the future. She's remembering her friends from the past that they've gone.
But they're there.
But they didn't do it.
Yeah, I would say it's probably something along. It's hard to tell how far ahead it was, but we see that like the CMC are now adults. We see them. The Cake Twins are now adults, apparently, or at least young or older
young
teenagers
adults or something like that. Yeah,
I suspect it's probably like a 15-20 year jump. Because we know the main six, most of the 5 of them have like bags in their eyes. Rarity has gray in her mane. Pinky's mane is huge now.
Pinky's mane is just giant
and holds a bunch of stuff. Also, Gummy's giant.
Yeah, Gummy's huge. Like, all right,
yeah, I guess. Ocellus is larger. I noticed that one.
Ocellus is full size now.
And Smolder looks to be taller too.
Yeah. Wait, there's another some more implications. That's the second time. That is the second time.
Yeah.
That's shown up.
Yona and Sandbar.
Yona and Sandbar. Yeah.
Yeah, Lyra and Balma had their wedding picture got into the paper.
Yep.
And then we see them walking together, and we saw the Derpy one flying around briefly.
Saw Derpy. Derpy's still there, delivering mail.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know. Maybe it's the framing. I'm sure this is going to upset some people. It looks like the kind of vaguely implied Starlight and Sunburst.
I saw that. It's like maybe no. That's
no.
just the no. They're
no.
Like, except they're the 2 leaders of the school. Of course, they're going to be standing around talking to each other. That's their job, literally their job. So that's not an uncommon.
No, shut up.
Well, I'm not going to say
that.
I don't have anything against the ship. It's a perfectly fine ship. I think Trixie and Starlight are better.
I don't care really actually that much, just because I don't. Characters I don't like anyway. So
well, yeah, when I saw it, when I saw that scene, I saw them standing together. I was like, maybe nah.
Also, we saw Kieran again.
Yes,
in the
one
school.
of the new students. One of the new students in the school is a Kieran. So
Yeah.
they're not only secluded to their little hole in the woods
Anymore.
Yes.
So hooray.
Hooray. Don't light the place on fire.
Whoops. It's not like they're not used to it. I mean, it's been lit on fire before.
True. I mean, after the main six had their thing,
There's that time with
also the CMC are grown-ups. So how many
Rockhoof.
times have they burned everything down?
Rockhoof.
Yep, there was also that whole thing.
Yeah, CMC seemed to be teaching there.
Yes, the CMC are now teachers. So at least, yeah, Scootaloo is. CMC are
All three of them were there, so it looked like all three of them are teachers now, which kind of is a good way. Is like, here's cutie mark stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, finding your special talents.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any potential loose ends that they didn't tie up.
Well, there's technically, I guess, we didn't see Daring Do again.
We didn't see. Well, she was in the screen cap at the
You know what I
end,
mean.
but that was already wrapped up in Daring Doubt.
I'm trying to think of anyone. Blue Blood. What happened to Blue Blood?
No one cares about Blue Blood. He's a
Well,
noble.
I want to see if he died.
He's a noble. You already said no one cares.
I want to see
your
if
own
he's
words.
dead.
No one cares.
I want to see his gravestone so I can spit on it.
Yeah.
Where did Celestia and Luna went off to Silver Shoals, the retirement home.
Oh yeah. Retirement.
They went to the retirement home. I guess they just want to play shuffleboard and
I guess.
and say, look, and talk about, and then just kind of sit there, all these old ponies, and they're just, thousands of years old. And
I'm way older than you, and I look so
I
much
look
better.
like I'm still 25. Yeah, I just find it funny. I want to see this. I want to see Celestia and Luna interacting with the old ponies.
Maybe we'll get it in the comics.
Yeah, maybe. No. Anyway, it was a great way to end it.
It was. I'm still absolutely thrilled that they closed the book.
Mm-hmm.
That's the scene.
I'm glad that Emil Larson's ideas went through all the way from season 3. So once again, the series finale is a coronation.
It's a coronation.
Like just as planned.
Just as planned. All according to Kikaku.
Translators note: Kikaku means plan.
M.A. Larson had his hand. Thanks, M.A. Larson.
Good job. Yeah,
your signature made it in some form. Figurative signature made it even into the finale, the series finale.
Yep. So that's it. I can't really think much else. Not without getting into the nitty gritty.
I remembered something we forgot to mention from the season finale.
Yeah.
The Pinky getting absolutely massive and
chaotic
because the chaos.
And calling
magic.
back Chocolate Rain.
Yep. And Pinky getting huge and
then how about in this course? Like how about no?
How about no?
We don't want that.
Don't want that because she probably could control it.
Yeah. So that's that.
That's
feel.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah. So I guess we'll go ahead and move over to the fan content stuff real quick.
Which we mentioned we didn't have any new stuff.
No, nothing new, but the update for the Enchanting Kingdom got a new chapter, which is a big chapter because it's the one where Twilight finally goes to Rarity's nightmares and discovers Rarity's nightmare is actually Twilight.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a
hard-hitting chapter.
It hits hard because, I think Monochromatic has been building towards this.
Yeah, we knew from the beginning of this sequel that things don't go perfect.
And boy, they did not.
And yeah.
So now we're kind of in a
where do things go?
Emotional place in their relationship.
The chapter ended on a note where it wasn't the end of the world.
There's a hope, but geez.
But we don't know. I want to commend the author on how they wrote that dream sequence and the lead up in Twilight's how they all did that. Everything was there and it was just very, very well done.
Yep.
Like if you knew what to look for when you were going through the dream sequence, you could see all the faults, but how Twilight couldn't see it actually makes sense, and then her realizing it later, it was very well done.
Mm-hmm. It was really good. So yeah, it's still a good story, so we'll see how that continues.
Yeah.
Jeez. So, but anyway, that's it for this episode.
Mm-hmm. We have future episodes
we will
of the podcast.
Continue on. It's going to be different, but we will continue.
Yes, we will continue. Some of it's dependent on future things, but we're continuing.
Yeah. So if you did enjoy this and you want to listen to those other episodes, you can do so via pony411.libsyn.com. It's spelled Libsyn. And you can, you see all the episodes there. And we'll also have links on there to the other places you can listen to us, like, say, youtube.com/pony411. Like, comment, subscribe there, all that stuff. See new episodes as they come out. Or you can go to Stitcher, Google Play, or iTunes and search for Pony411 on any of those services. With Google Play, you got to go play.google.com/music if you want to find us. Otherwise, it doesn't work. We're also on Ponyville Live. So, find us there. We'll be every single time new episode pops up, it should be on the banner somewhere. We're there along with a bunch of other shows and radio stations, including Ponyville FM, where we air every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you want to contact us, you can do so via email, pony411podcast@gmail.com. Questions, comments, criticisms. What did you think of the finale? Was it perfect, or were you wrong?
And what do you think? Yeah, the finale. Season or series?
Yes.
Yes. Because we think the series was perfect.
The
season could have used a couple changes, but it's still amazing.
Yeah, send stuff there if you want. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411 if you want to like us there, see new episodes as they come out and whatnot. We did just do a video review of that Twilight statue thing, so if you want to check that out as well. There's also Twitter. We're at pony411. Retweet us, like our tweets, reply to us, whatever. Follow us, of course.
Follow us.
Things are posted there. And if, of course, you can also follow our personal Twitters. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and he's at Alcatraz with a 77T and an underscore at the end. We'll tweet about things randomly. I've been tweeting stuff, observations about the Transformers fandom, whatnot.
I haven't been tweeting, just retweeting.
Dumb skeleton puns I see in the wild.
Yeah. I've just been retweeting Rainbow Dash stuff. Also, cool song that someone made.
Yeah. Also, there's also our other podcast. We just released a new episode of that, the new Dweeaboo thing. If you're listening to anime, if you want to fill that void in your heart with trash, like we're trying to do.
Okay, and the one we just put out was even worse trash.
Yeah, we just talked about a really bad one.
God, don't fill your heart with that anime.
But you should at least listen to us talk about it.
Yeah.
Again, new to Weeaboo. Go check it out. We retweeted on the Pony411 account. So, yeah. Go check it out. It's a fun time.
Yeah, go listen to us tell you why you shouldn't fill your heart with that anime.
That one. Other ones, yes, not that one.
Fill your heart with more of us.
Fill your heart with Promare.
That too.
But anyway, that's it. For this episode. Yes, we are coming back, but not next week. We are going bi-weekly for a while because, we've got to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
Things are, like I said, things are changing. Things might even slow down even further later on. We'll keep you posted as things go on.
Yeah.
But in 2 weeks, we'll be talking about season 9 as a whole. So be ready for that one.
Yep. We're doing our standard end of season stuff that we usually do.
Mm-hmm. All that stuff. They're still doing that.
That's still coming.
Although My Little Pony Friendship is Magic may be over, you still got to pony responsibly, guys.
Yep.
Because this ride never ends. So, take care.
See ya.